Long day, but we won't back down. One thing playing on our minds. Long wait, but we won't give up now. You crave the love I gave, and we'll do it again. A cold night getting warmer now. The ground shakes as our love gets loud. We are the champions, the champions of the night. We are the champions, the champions of the night. Yeah. We are the fighting type, the ones that burn so bright. We are the champions of the night. Can't tell if we're dreaming now. We watch as the fire falls down. One thing playing on our minds. Time stops and we don't make a sound. You crave the love I gave, and we'll do it again. A cold night getting warmer now. The ground shakes as our love gets loud. Champions of the night. I'm ready to
I'm running away from the past I left behind. I'm looking for answers, but I'm blinded by the light. I'm lost in the music, can I stay here for the night? I promise I'll be gone in the morning, out of sight and out of mind. This is reality, you only live it once, so wake up from your dream. But just for tonight, let the lines get blurred, let your thoughts be free, let your thoughts be free. Just for tonight, let your thoughts be free. Just for tonight, won't you come with me? Just for tonight, let the lines get blurred. Just for tonight.
Well, it has been 2 full days of wild card action, and we will have 3 game 3s tonight to decide the wild card round as we will head into the divisional series starting next Monday. The Dragons were able to get the sweep over the O-Jazz. You can go ahead and jar me for that if you want. It started things off. The 6 seeds blew away the competition on day 1, with the Lumberjacks and the Ball Players getting huge upset wins over their number 3 seeds, as well as the Bombers getting an upset over the Cyclones. Yesterday, it was revenge of the high seeds as the Cyclones, Wildcats, and Knights all evened up their respective series, and tonight, we will be deciding 2 of the 3-6 matchups and 1 of the 4-5 matchup. I am Firesec on the call with you this evening, joined by the one, the only. He's the man with the Stingers plan. It's A Squared. Squared, how are you feeling about tonight's games?
You assume I have a plan. I just do things on a whim. I feel pretty good about tonight's games. They're all going to be very, very good. Knights Lumberjacks, that's probably been the best series for me so far. Very close. 2 teams that are very similar. Very close series throughout, and I'm looking forward to that game 3. Bombers Cyclones. It's been a rout of each one, and it's been pretty good as we're gonna go into the Bombers Cyclones here.
It'll be Narcisio Dixon on the mound versus Helix Fernandez. And I think that might be the first time we ever got his name right on the first try.
Did you really?
Yeah, I'm surprisingly, I'm not good at this whole English thing as we are underway here. Do you want the game slow and laggy, or slow and smooth, or fast and laggy? How about fast and smooth? Is this one Red to Timberwoods? So the first in time, except for you, Square, because I am streaming to you in 15 frames.
You're not. That's the funny part.
I'm not. I'm streaming in 30.
You're not streaming at all.
Oh. Okay, well, let me go ahead and change that. You know what? We'll try it in 30 for you. We'll see how you like that. Here is Rifleman 2-2 count. This one is
check your GPU, by the way.
This one is into right, and Rifleman will have himself a leadoff double. Yo, my GPU is at 55% right now.
Pasta, you changed your name?
It does go up to like 65 at times and up to 70, but it's not 100, and that's what matters. No, he probably has they're going to catch Rifleman in a pickle here. 4 base running continues for the Bombers this season. And they'll finally make the tag. No, he probably he probably has a different league that he's a part of. What can you tell me about, well, actually, let's wait on Helios Fernandez until we get to the top of the second.
So I have to pull up the stats again.
And also, as this is going to be cut by Woody Arbor,
I didn't know the Dragons were playing tonight.
What?
I didn't know the Dragons were playing tonight.
Let's see. Copy that link. I'll go ahead and shoot this to everyone who's in the chat. As we've now fully updated, I did confirm that the Bombers, in fact, took the ball players in the Season 1 semifinals. Took them to 3. So the only one we're winning on is that one is down. Jet County will be aboard with a single. All we need to figure out is Walkers versus wrong fielders. Did the wrong fielders sweep the Walkers, or did the Walkers get 1 game in that first wild card? This time, Boss is back for real. Luther throw to second in time to throw to first. They'll get the Dragon special, and against Jet County and Doug Kelly as well.
Yeah, 2 of their fastest players. That was a really good turn from Luther, who really hasn't played that much first base this season. It's mostly been Brew Hogan. So big spot for her, and good on the turn to get back to her base.
Popped up into shallow center. Beatrice Tanner makes the grab, so we will head to the top of the second. No score. Pearson, Tanner, Delia due up for the Bombers.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 13.
How's the game looking for everyone? How's it sounding to everyone? Popped up. Shallow left. Timberwoods makes a grab.
Now batting the shortstop, number
Man,
9.
Pandora has high standards. He says it's just fine. Here's Beatrice Tanner. She'll pop up. Hernandez makes the grab.
Now batting the
Brings up
third
Alfred
baseman,
Delia.
number 99.
So Helix Fernandez has allowed more runs than innings pitched this year.
Really?
Yes, 13 innings, 16 runs allowed. As that
This
ball
is
hit
tracking
pretty
back
well
to the
center.
track, and that gets
Oh!
over the head of Doug Kelly. He doesn't have the best fielding, and Delia is able to leg out a double.
Now batting
So the auto pulled a runner in scoring position for Alyssa Sass.
And that's where the low fielding comes into play there. Like, yeah, he has all the speed in the world, but on close plays like that, he's going to miss it with the low fielding. So a real chance for the Bombers here.
And that'll be
You know,
a walk.
I'm actually shocked at who's given up the most runs in the league this year.
number 3.
Who is that?
It's Hank Murphy
Well,
with 29.
he has had some stiff offensive competition to go against all the Heroic Legends pitchers. Or all the Heroic Legends teams, rather. Double steal. Called hit and run. We'll do it again for May Bruce. Swing! And a machine gets rung up there. Led to the bottom of the second. Hugh Georgia third. Woody Arbor. Fat Hugh. Due up. Oh, that's why y'all were making the comments. I got delayed. All right, so I need to fix that. So first we've got Bombers at Cyclones. After that we have, I believe it's ball players at Wildcats.
Yeah, so we ball player the Wildcats. As we look at as Dixon walks to the batter there. Dixon, 18 innings pitched, 24 hits, 9 runs, 5 walks, 6 strikeouts for a 4.4 4.5 ERA or 4.5 ERA. So not the best at the Bombers' supposed ace, but not terrible. Bombers pitching hasn't been their strong suit this year. As that ball's hitting to the left, and it's going to be first and second early for the Cyclones as they're threatening.
All right, I have fixed
Now batting,
that.
the second baseman, number 66.
Well, yes, Pandora. I would hope you give the progression, man. When you give up 29 runs,
0-2 count to Fat Hugh. Swing and a miss. He gets rung up there.
Now batting, the
yeah, Dixon, a very contact-heavy pitcher. Not really strikeout. Very contact, looking for the ground ball as he gets one here. O'Connell.
Instead of making the throw to second, he tries to do the tag.
shortstop.
So runners on the corners, 2 outs, and here's Timberwoods.
Oh, O'Connell, that might come back to bite the Bombers if they can't get the out here for Timberwoods.
This one to O'Connell, throw to first in time, and they get out of danger. Into the top of third, top of the order, due up for the Bombers.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 10.
Well, we've got a lot of momentum happening in the league over the past 24 hours. If you came here from the Cassiopeia mortal injury, let us know. Huge shout out to, I doubt they're in the stream, but a huge shout out to Metalhead for hitting us with that retweet. So watch O'Connell, as of course we will be seeing
Now batting, the right
the
fielder,
Super Mega Baseball 3 teams. After the conclusion of Season 6 in July, we got the Super Sim Classic. It's SMB 3 versus Super Sim Baseball League.
Yeah, I think we'll probably be more lax with like who commentates and stuff like that. And like, well, a lot of the games, the first like couple rounds are gonna be on YouTube.
Rifleman started off with a double. He's got a full count with the runner at first here in the top of the third. Hernandez takes his time, and Rifleman is into left.
I want to say Fernandez is a Season 4 draftee.
now batting,
Pandora, since you're in the chat, I want to say, like top 15, top 10 maybe. He's Season 4.
Pandora, teams are getting nerfed by using their young players. So if your young players are good, then your young players are good. I don't know what to tell you.
My team's on nerf, bro. Bo Jackson's a future MVP. Pin that.
Runner takes off for second. The throw is in time. Well, to the bottom of the third, Stud County Kelly.
I want to say Helix was the last like good pitcher taken like with good stats. It's just he's never been able to pitch to his stats, as he's been roughed up in these 3 seasons he's been in the SSBL. Hasn't really found the way.
Well, not only has he been roughed up, but we've seen that especially with Super Mega Baseball 3 compared to 2, that pitchers are not at, they often do not pitch to the level in which you would think. Like, I know, for example, someone like Brock Hansen has struggled with walks, not just in recent patches, but really since Season 5. He is, I mean, that's when 7-walk Brock came about. Dante Smalls had his struggles earlier this year.
29.
Yeah, I remember because in Season 4 we had that real big pitcher rush because I remember it went Ryan and then Shelton, Destroyer, and then a couple other hitters, and then it was like pitcher, 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 pitcher.
And that's a walk to County.
Now batting, the center fielder, number
Okay, so we do have confirmation from Josh that the ROM fielders won the wild card against the Walkers 2-1. so I can finish up that stats or that SSBL postseason history, and then that'll be a great tool for you to use.
Number 10.
Runner take off, the throw to third is nowhere near, doesn't even try to make the tag.
Oh, that's massive.
Popped up to Sasaz,
Now
squared to Saint, and now
designated
Squared, I'm gonna need you to prophesy a little bit at times, because that's what really gave us gold yesterday. Was I asked you? Oh man,
Wow.
Luther nearly makes a diving catch there. I asked you what the Cyclones needed to do, and then they killed Cassiopeia. So at times, if you just want to say what you think the Cyclones or the Bombers need to do in the game, it doesn't have to be murdering the other team. It could be, well, I really think, you know, like a solo shot to left field here would really do it for them. Listen, no one's gonna remember if you're wrong, but everyone will remember if you're right, you know? Because that one is up the middle, and Luther is aboard with a leadoff single.
Yeah, Bombers and Cyclones have had runners on base
now batting.
and in scoring position multiple times. No one's been able to break the tie as another leadoff runner for the Bombers here.
Runner takes off. It's a called
Oh!
in run by Timberwoods. What a grab!
Now batting, the shortstop, number 9.
Wow, what a play by Timberwoods.
And that could have been even worse for the Bombers. Two-two
Henry's
to
had a pretty good series so far.
Bad Hugh. What a tie! Throw to second in time. Throw to first. They turn the Dragon special 4-6-3. Led to the bottom of the fourth. Arbor, Hugh, Angelo due up.
Now batting,
And if I'm the Cyclones and you're seeing 4 scoreless from Helix Fernandez, I'm kind of feeling like we're winning so far because Helix has not been great, and you have 4 scoreless against a potent Bombers lineup. I mean, kind of feels like you're winning so far.
Woody Arbor hit 2 3-run home runs in the first game of this series. Now he has 2 singles today.
now batting, the second baseman, number 66.
Hugh had that monster grand slam yesterday in game 2. Up to bat again.
2-2 count. Runner at first. Up the middle. Tanner second. Throw to first. They're not going to get Hugh in time. He is too fast.
Not like his namesake, Fat, but quick.
He had to, his parents gave him that name, and his entire life has been working that off. Delia, throw to second in time, throw to first. Again, they cannot turn the Dragon special. These Cyclones runners are too fast. And now here is a great snag. Timberwoods. All right, if everyone who saw that link for the SSBL history, the post is now fully updated. What I worked on this afternoon, as that's to O'Connell, throw to first, and once again, both teams have had their base runners square, but can't score with it to the top of the fifth. Delia, Sass, Bruce do it for the Bombers.
It's a very different game. As we had high-scoring games the first 2, but here it's a grind. It's a grind kind of game. They're getting runners on, but the pitcher's getting out of it. But so far, I have to give advantage to the Cyclones with Helix pitching the way he is, as he allows a walk to lead off the runner. So another leadoff base runner for the Bombers.
Pitching the way he is, huh?
I mean, but he has not been historically great in the 3 seasons he's been in the SSBL.
Shot up squared as this is jagged deep to the track, to the wall. It's out of here to right center field, 444 feet, and the Bombers will strike first.
Now batting,
And as I was saying,
number 3.
Cyclones had the advantage of the way Fernandez is pitching. That happened. So, an absolute moonshot.
Timberwoods
And nothing.
makes a nice dive there, but runner's too fast. And now got to the top of the order. Here is Billy O'Connell. Nice grab there by Woody Arbor.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 89.
Go ahead and jarring Dean in the chat as he gets swung up there. And in the SSBL chat, that is.
The left fielder, number 4.
Oh, I forget that Pasta is in the chat, and then I see the score thing. I'm like, oh yeah, that's because there hasn't been a score yet.
Is our living bot? Oh,
Yeah. So, wait, Chuma, if I do, as this is right to Helix Fernandez. So if I do at the Pasta says message, Twitch chat.
The left fielder, number 20.
Go SSBL. Will it do the bot chat for me?
and so Stud is on now. This becomes dangerous with the top of the order for the Cyclones up with County and Kelly, as now they have a speedy runner on first. So with the leadoff runner for the best hitters in the lineup, Cyclones really got to do something here.
Man, Pasta is not as good as the bot that Zarby has, because the bot that Zarby has immediately does that. This is the Delia, though, the first in time, one gone. Runner does move to second.
And I'm starting to see Delia too. His lack of arm at third base is kind of creating a problem for the Bombers. Maybe, you know, just a fielder's choice that's just an out at second instead of the Dragon Special with the bigger arm. You know, that was a little close at first. As there goes Stud.
In time! Gunned down by Sass. Okay, Pasta's just trying to be smart now. Full count to Doug Kelly. That ball's in the dirt and he will earn a walk and clips through Alyssa Sass.
Now batting, the catcher, number 10.
Oh gosh, I think we created a Simon Says bot now. Jerome Diligence over 2 today.
As Dixon getting up there and pitches 79 now.
3-1 count. One swing away from tying up this ball game in the bottom of the 5th. And that was a called steal on a 3-1 count. It works out for him. Now Hugh George has an opportunity to either tie the game or put the Cyclones up by 1 with a well-placed swing. 3-1 count. And that'll be 2 straight walks, or 3 even.
3 straight walks.
3
Loads of
straight
bases.
walks for Narciso Dixon. Brings up Woody Arbor. Dixon will stay in. And this is into left, and the Cyclones are going to pull a Bombers here and load the bases and not get anything from it.
Just a huge missed opportunity from the Cyclones. You know, it was 2 outs, nobody on, and you got bases loaded with one of your more hot hitters up to the plate, and he just flies out. Can't score anything out that. You can't be doing that in the playoffs, especially in an elimination game.
Popped up, right side. Fernandez is there.
You just have to find ways to score, like any means necessary, and you have to have that clutch hit to make it in these SSBL playoffs.
And that'll be a walk issued by Fernandez. So both starters have kept this game within relative control, but that will do it. Fernandez, 5 hits, 2 runs, 4 walks in 5.1 innings. And we've seen him all 3 games this series now. Here's Iggy Luncaster. Nice time, and Woody Arbor. The throw to second is in time. Throw to first will not be in time.
Now batting, the third baseman.
As here comes out for Delia.
Arbor making some great plays at the hard corner over there.
And they catch the runner attempting to steal the pickoff works. They make the tag, and we will head to the bottom of the 6th. Whole lot of goose eggs on there. Thad Hughes, Sebastian Angelo, Timber Woods due up.
Now back, the second baseman, number 66.
Popped up. Sass makes the grab.
Now batting,
I'm shocked that Dixon is still in there.
fielder, number
90 pitches. Over 2, Sebastian Angelo up. And that 4-pitch walk will probably do it for Dixon.
the shortstop. Now back,
And it will. No, Caleb Halford will come into pinch hit. And then Kate Luna will come in for relief. What do you think about this square?
Kate Luna has been absolutely lit up all series, and it is not the first. If you're a Bomber supporter, this is not the first picture you want to see. She's just as she gets a pop up there, but with other pitchers like Freishak, and I forget who made the long reliever. I want to say it's Johnny Sins. She's just not who you want to see out of the pen.
This one through the right side. Nice side of Billy O'Connell through the first in time. So the Cyclones still scoreless. They head to the top of the 7th. Bottom of the order. Do it for the Bombers. No, what do you think about that Caleb Halford substitution for Timber Woods?
A little bit more power.
As Carson will come in for his brother.
So a little bit more power from Halford against Timber Woods. Cyclones definitely looking for the big hit. Just something to get them going, but it didn't work out for them, and now they had to burn 2 players. But that's the thing with the Cyclones. One swing can potentially put them up or at least tie the game.
Jet County steps on the bag. 1 gone.
now batting, the catcher, number 35.
If I'm the Cyclones, I'm still okay. You're still only down by 2 runs. 1 swing changes that. I'm still okay. You just got to make sure your bullpen can hold it 2 runs, and hopefully your offense comes through with the clutch hit. It's not like you haven't had hitters on base. You've had plenty of runners on base. It's just the clutch hits aren't there.
Right side, Thad Hughes, throw to first, in time, 2 gone. Want to give some shout outs real quick to Danny Boy 1320, Gigi Expo 90 or GG Expo 90, and DJ Frying Pan 071103 for following the official SSBL Twitch. As I am Faisal on the call, joined to you by Squared. Glad to come to you for this day 3 of Wildcard action. Follow our official SSBL Twitch, as these kind people have. You can join us in the Discord for everything SSBL related. Find out the latest stats, all the scores and standings. You can do that in the Discord, as well as the player submissions are now open for Season 7. See your player in the shining lights at Sakura Hills, Emerald Diamond, and more. Check out the information at the link listed below. Full count here in the bottom of the 7th to Jet County into left. And Tyler Bonnetti makes the close down there.
Really big inning for the Cyclones with County and Kelly up at the top of the lineup. You gotta at least produce something here.
The don't scored. What, Pasta? Did I mess up? Did I mess up? I don't think I messed up. Right side. Rifleman makes the second catch. By the way, if you also want to boost your players, yeah, you know what, Pasta? You're not a good bot. Bots don't give me sass like this. If you like to boost a player, you can do for free just by watching. As speaking of frees, there's a free pass to Diligence there.
The designated hitter, number 12.
Hugh George III, that one is into the gap, into right center, and the runner will round third, head home. Hugh George III has himself an RBI double, and the Cyclones are only down by 1.
An unlikely person, Hugh George III. He's had a couple clutch hits this season, this series, and came up big in that at bat. cut the lead in half.
Here is 2 for 3, Woody Arbor. Day 3 of this week is Elimination Wednesday. Win or go home. Bombers are seeing a 1-run lead, and that will be a walk to Woody Arbor.
Now batting.
And here comes 0 for 3 Fat Hugh, who, like you said, Squared, hit a grand slam yesterday.
Yeah, and Luna just as she's shown all series, and absolutely right down the pipe, and all Hugh can do with it, pop it up.
Fat Hugh, not the same man that he was yesterday. We're heading into the top of the 8th, top of the 0-2 for the Bombers, but the Cyclones do get a breadstick on the board.
The second baseman,
A
number 10.
breadstick.
Oh, yeah. When I played tennis back in West Palm Beach with the tennis instructor, whenever we would play, he'd always be like, all right, well, bagels and breadsticks, because keeping the other team to only getting a 0 or a 1
Fielder, number
in terms of sets.
39.
That's actually a good one. That's actually good.
Yeah, I can't claim credit for it because he's the one who was the one who told me about it.
Oh, I can't claim credit for starting the lawnmower. My coach used to say that all the time. He used to yell at the ump to start the lawnmower already, that the grass needs cutting, because he would call a ball on a strike.
And he gets on there. No lawnmower started,
The left fielder,
but a Bomber does sit down. 2 gone, and now here is Tyler Benetti, tense 0 for 3 against a locked-in Iggy Lancaster. Well, I mean, it is a euphemism for 0s and 1s, Aggie. Keep your brain out of the gutter. So a 1-2-3 inning. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th, bottom of the order. Duo for the Cyclones as they are 6 outs away from being eliminated.
But here's a big thing. County and Kelly will see another at-bat. And why is God's name is Luna still there?
30 pitches. Well, maybe it's because she keeps on retiring these Cyclones batters.
now batting.
Here's Carson Halford, his first at-bat, and we'll need to make note so that Whitney knows that Carson is the one that had the at-bat, not Caleb, because they're both going to be in the box score as C. Halford. And Carson Halford earns a walk. This, by the way, is why I'm tempted to ban
Number
players with the same last name with the same first initial. As here comes Lucy Freishack. Which Lucy Freishack will we see today? Will we see Game 1 Freishack or Game 2 Freishack? Tanner O'Connell in the dirt to Lexi Luther, and they still turn the Dragon special. So now we are headed into the 9th. The Cyclones are 3 offensive outs away from heading home. The Bombers, it's a precarious situation, Squared. It is on what is it, on a thread, on a needle's thread? How do you say that?
You can cut the tension with a knife, son.
This is to Carson Halford. Go to first in time for the first out.
Something that needs to be noted is that E. Lancaster has not allowed a runner on base in 3 innings.
Pandora is jarring me for when I played tennis in West Palm Beach.
Yeah, you
elitist.
elitist.
You know what, Pandora? I think that's fair. 2-2, left side. Woody Arbor, throw to first in time. 2 gone.
Now batting. The short
Don't cut your breadstick with a knife, though. It depends on how big of a breadstick it is.
All right, back to the game. So,
Beatrice Tanner is 0 for 3, and she's going to be 1 for 4 now as that one's up the middle.
you were saying?
Listen, I know the balance of commentating the game versus having fun.
You do the play-by-play. I'll do the color. All right.
Lancaster still locked in, 3.1 innings. That was his first hit that he gave up there. 1 strikeout. As neither team has blown away offensively. Delia, though, facing a 3-0 count.
Giving the green light here.
Oh,
my
that
God.
one was just down the middle, too. Lancaster battles back, finds 2 straight strikes. Runner goes, and he gets wrong up there. Start the lawnmower squared, because we're heading to the bottom of the 9th, and it's a 1-run lead. And to the top of the order, it's Jet County.
The game, number 25.
Delia, do you want to take the bat off your shoulder, or
3 straight pitches in the zone. Delia swings at none of them. Carlisle Reynolds comes in at first base for Lexi Luther. This one is hit well into left center, but tracking in and making the catch is Benetti. 1 gone. Doug Kelly
jammed him
now.
a little bit, and he didn't get all of it, but he got good barrel on the ball, but it jammed him a little bit. Good pitch from Fishak.
The Bombers are 2 outs away from moving on. The Cyclones need 1 well-hit ball to tie the game, and now Doug Kelly represents the tying run. Jerome Diligence represents the walk-off win.
You have to steal if you're Kelly. You have to steal.
This is a Bomber special into left, but Benetti is there. So no Bomber special, just a Cherry Bomber making the catch. 2 gone, and here is 1 for 2. Hugh George III. The stakes couldn't be higher.
Anything in the gap plates a run. He's already done that once.
2-0 count. In the zone, 2-1. Popped out right side. It's carrying. Coming in from right and making the catches. Rifleman. And the Bombers hold on and will face the Serpents next week. They did it by the hair of their chinny chin squared.
Not exactly how, the first 2 games were absolutely offensive, powerhouses. But then this game, a 2-1 scored. Nobody would have, if we had betting lines, it'd obviously be under, and a lot of people would lose money. But I have to applaud Helix Fernandez, even though it wasn't clean. He did pitch well. The hitting of Alyssa Sass she hit that 2-run shot was with all they needed. And the bullpen of the Cyclones, you can't fault the Cyclones pitching. They did their job. It's just the offense wasn't there. Luna wasn't amazing, but she got the job done. Freishak came in, got the save. Dixon showing why he's the ace of the Bombers staff. He did well. And Bombers are moving on to face the Serpents.
Your star of the game will be Alyssa Sass, followed by Hugh George III, and then Iggy Lancaster. So a huge shout out to the doctor. Made some changes in the lineup at the start of the season, really towards the first third of it, and was able to get into the postseason as the number 4 seed, getting back after losing out last season. Great season for them. Unfortunately, it's cut short, and then Whitney and Dean have a date in the divisional championship, or the divisional round rather, which is going to be an interesting matchup, as Bombers Serpents always is. So that will do it for game number 1. Your final score: Bombers 2, Cyclones 1. When we come back, we've got the ball players at the Wildcats. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the SSBL right here on Twitch.
That is constantly changing. Always rearranging. Always rearranging. Always rearranging. Who we are, that is constantly changing. Always rearranging. Always rearranging. Constantly changing, always rearranging, always rearranging, always rearranging. Who we are, that is constantly changing, always rearranging, always rearranging, always rearranging.
Welcome back. We are headed to Tiger Den for game. Oh, okay, welcome back. We're heading to Tiger Den for game number 2 of today. And since we only have 3 games today, this is going to be an evening game under the lights at Tiger Den. Ball players took game 1, shut out the Wildcats. Or did they shut them out, or did they may have only won 3-1, I think.
No, they shut him out.
They shut him out. This one caught by Bobby Jimbo. Wildcats responded yesterday. And then Whitney, what can you tell me about Hal Oldman?
Oh, I didn't know Whitney was here. I'm sorry.
Did I seriously?
I'm sorry. If you desire Whitney,
Squared.
he's not here.
Squared. Tell me about Hal Oldman, please. Remember, takes off for a second. Stop! Don't tell me anything. Okay, now tell me something.
Apologize first.
I am very sorry, Uwu. Tell me more about Hal Oldman.
All right, the Uwu was a bit much, but I'll accept your apology. Hal Oldman on the season, not what you expect from Hal Oldman. 20 and a third, 21 hits, 17 runs allowed, 18 walks, 13 strikeouts for a 7.52 ERA. So not a usual Hal Oldman. As here is Rick De La Stick's stunt double.
Terry Thunder called up. This is gonna mess me up even more now because Maniac moved up Terry Thunder to bat just behind Rick of the Stick, who just walks, and now runners on first and second, 1 gone. Pandora saying that Uwu was more offensive than the wrong name call. 2-2. Misses the zone, full count. This one is into shallow right center. That will get down. Runner will score. Up the stick, heads to third. It'll be 1-0 ball players.
The third baseman, number 27.
And Hal Oldman is tense. Fury into second in time, throw to first, in time! They turn the Dragon special, and that prevents another run from coming around. To the bottom of the first, Porter, Chico Island, Russ and Baldwin do up, and we'll get our first look at Audrey Hendricks. Aubrey Hendricks, not Audrey Hendricks.
All right, dude. At this point, I'm gonna start taking over.
What? Just tell me about Hendricks.
Well, I can because she's not on the list.
She's probably under the unicorns.
Oh,
Or either that or you'll need to go to the corns to pop in the minors.
she is not, so I have to go find her.
That's inside.
I think she only pitched a couple starts.
This one's into left. That one will get to the wall, but because we're in Tiger Den, that's a single.
Now batting, the third baseman.
Dean wanting me to crash the game. My GPU is, my GPU actually did flash at 90 for a second there. And it's back down. Actually gonna just have this
Now batting, the
there, so I
shortstop,
never lose track of it.
number 5. That's outside.
This one is Jack Deep heading back to the track, to the wall. It's out of here, 405 feet. And Whitney puts up the Wildcats.
The designated hitter, number 22.
This one is hit well into the left, but Barker is there. Makes the grab for a throw out, but the Wildcats go ahead with a 2-run shot by Whitney. Pandora, I have a GTX 1060, and it is currently using 56% of my GPU.
See, this is why there's
63%.
never any issues with my streams. I just sound like I'm in a bathroom.
Right fielder, number 40.
This one is into the gap in right center, and that should be a double. Well, actually, they'll make the throw to second, not in time. Tucker beats it out, and now here's Curly Shipwright. OBS is only taking up 10% of my GPU.
Strike. Strike 3.
Swing and a miss. He gets swung up there.
Now batting, the
I'll bring up
second
homer
baseman,
runs.
number 12.
With what money?
All that teaching money, man.
Yeah, totally. As this ball is
Oh.
jacked, heading deep to the track, to the wall. It's out of here. And I believe that was actually Homer Runs who homered.
Now batting, the shortstop, number
Nice.
38.
Talk about a second half resurgence.
Really
Isn't
well
that-
thought out.
The ball
Really
players
well thought out pun.
Squared. You know what's great, Squared, is that you can actually make a decision about whether
Well,
this is going to be a good stream
Now batting,
or whether it's going to be a bad stream.
baseman,
So
empty
I want
threads, Isaac. Empty threads.
So I want you to think about what kind of stream you would like to have, because we still got basically 2 games to go here. Fury into right, caught by Tucker for the first out.
How about this? How about this? Oh, we'll stream this one, and then I'll go on YouTube and I'll stream Lumberjacks at Nights, and people will pick which one they want to watch.
Are we running? Are we each? Are you just gonna be like screen capturing the screen, or
that's outside.
No, I'll be streaming on my own.
Ball 4.
we could have 2 different results of what happens,
Yes.
Now
and we'll pick whichever one the Jacks win in. Here is Bobby Jimbo with the runner at first.
7. Ball outside.
As yes, these teams only played 1 game yesterday.
Ball low.
Did I say they played more?
Huh? No.
Got me self-conscious now. Runner takes out for second, swing and a miss there. It's in the dirt, but plenty of time.
I
And then
want
Bobby
names. Who was that?
Jimbo's-
I want names.
Bobby Jimbo makes the catch there.
For
To whoever, is it Sluggington that was on the run there? Yeah, it was Sluggington. It was Bash Sluggington.
The center fielder, number
Sluggington got to unhitch the trailer on that one.
Ball low.
Here is Harry Shelton now. 1-run lead
See-
for the ball players.
More like lugging tons. Anyway, that was a good one. That one's a liner.
Right to Chico Island for the first out.
Now batting the first baseman, number 23.
There's Rick de la Stick.
Of the stick, got on in a walk, and we'll see his stunt double coming up next. And
who
he
you're talking
gets
about.
on for the second time today, and guess what? It's a single. Rick of the Stick has still yet to hit a double or a triple this season.
Designated hitter, number 9. Inside.
So square to Oldman's still tense, but his pitch count is relatively under control as of right now.
Yes, because he's pitching everything down the middle, and the ball players aren't bashing it into the seats.
Now batting the third baseman, number 20.
Matthias Black.
He's going for contact tonight. I don't know if that's a good idea against the ball players.
Fury throw to first in time. So we'll head to the bottom of the third, still a 1-run game. We'll see Bailey Smith for the first time.
Now batting the catcher, number 2. Off the plate. Foul ball.
I've got desktop window manager taking up 10% of my GPU. Is that the task manager?
I would assume so.
If I close that, I'll instantly gain 10% performance. As she gets rung up there.
Now batting
Yeah, just on top of that girl ball, and Hendricks just, she's doing okay so far.
that's inside.
But realistically, how much are you trying to get out of her if you're the ball players?
No.
And this Arnold Palmer is so good.
This one is hit well into right, tracking back at the track at the wall. It's out of here. Almost the same exact spot that Whitney hit it to. And we're tied at 3.
Now batting the
Yeah, we're going to get a much different game than game 1.
number 28.
Especially with Tiger did.
Nope, high.
Please ban this stadium from the league.
Fake.
Well, we'll have it for sure next season as there will be no stadium changes.
No, outside.
There should be. Apply.
Fake.
Well, that came strictly from the commissioner as of the 6 steps in the bag for the first out.
I'll
Yeah, we
compel
got-
him
we got-
to.
20 viewers right now.
I'll compel him to reconsider.
30. Strike.
Like,
Oh
you'll-
wait, he's mad at me because I knocked him out of the playoffs.
Is that- wait, hold on. Someone clip that because I think Rustin Baldwin just did like a foot flip, almost like he had
He
his
stuck his
first
foot
kiss.
out.
He
He stuck
stuck
his foot out.
out. Like listen. We're supposed to be impartial. Baldwin stuck his foot out there. It won't end up in anything as Runs is able to settle that into first. Rustin Baldwin definitely stuck his foot out there. Well, to the top of the 4th. Wildcats tied up at 3.
Now batting
Aggie saying Big J, Nick J want enough that he can't refuse.
Not bad.
ball low.
That's my Rick J. Lustig impression. No, that's not my Rick J. Lustig impression.
Yes, I think we went to SMB3 season 5. No?
Take your base.
Yeah.
Now
Oh,
batting
it has
the
been 2
right
seasons.
fielder,
Duh.
Number 40.
I don't know, man. Talk it up with him. Here is Nathan Tucker.
Strike.
I'm actually gonna ask him about it.
Ball inside. That's down.
That one is in
Oh.
the dirt. Bailey Smith settles it.
An uncharacteristically miss from Bailey Smith.
This ball is hit well into center, tracking back at the track at the wall. It's out of here. Bobby Jimbo doesn't even bother. He probably could have robbed it, but instead it's a 2-run shot for Tucker, and the ball players are back ahead.
The catcher, number 5.
He's summarizing it there. He even waved it.
Okay, this is what you get for reaching.
The gall of Bobby Jimbo to wave it off as if he's going to catch it. It actually was an easy robbable ball and still does not even jump. What's his fielding? Someone look up his fielding.
We have 40 after that non-jump.
This one's through the left side.
Cobra Run's absolutely on fire right now.
He's got a home run and a single.
Number 38.
Now here is over to Murph Kelly.
Ball inside.
Runs got moved to the number 9 spot. And that's lit a fire under him. 64
Also-
fielding. Interesting.
Also, if anybody cares, I'm perfect so far on my bracket predictions.
Now batting the center fielder.
I'm gonna go ahead and jar you for that. Which
Why?
is
Someone on my
funny.
team.
Which is funny because it's the stupidest thing to get jarred for. Is bragging about picks being right when we've had one game and this game the ball players are leading by 2.
Well, his bases loaded,
Now batting
and this could get ugly.
And we'll see Ricky Lasick twice. Says that'll do it for Howellman. Botch Peppers Jr.'s will come in. So Ricky Lasick has 2 chances here.
outside.
So how? Never mind.
Ball high.
What were you gonna say?
Nothing.
This one is into center, caught by Jimbo for the second out. Runner will head home, so it'll be 6-3. And now here is Ricky Lasick's second chance.
The designated hitter. Number 9.
You said ridiculous second chance.
Yeah, that's what I meant. We did get an RBI there.
Ball inside. Low.
This one, left side, Baldwin, throw to first in time. Glad to see his foot's doing better. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. Ball players put up 3. Hiker, Fury, Slayington do up for the Wildcats.
Now batting.
When you put it runs scored, I was like, Pasta, only 1 run scored, and I was like, oh wait.
Man, that's so lazy, Pasta. You're just gonna put that runs were scored. Jeez. No, we appreciate it, Pasta.
Take your base.
Hendricks leadoff walk to Hiker. Now here's Emmett Fury.
Yeah, with this how this game's going, Wildcats need to score at all times and any chance they get with runners on, because it looks like the ball players lineup woke up today and chose violence.
Left side, Black. Throw to second in time. They get the lead runner.
Dangerous throw from Black. That could have easily been safe at second.
Number 25. Low.
That one gets past the glove of Shipwright. Runner will advance to second. And folks, tell me if the game gets stuttery at all.
What did you do?
Inside.
Nothing. I just noticed it was lagging a little bit.
Take your base.
So let me know if the stream
What did
gets.
you do?
Let me know if the stream. I didn't do anything.
Batting.
Just let me know if the stream gets laggy.
Fielder. Number
So Bobby Jimbo trying to make up for his non-jump in center field.
He has a shot here. RBI man activated to tie up this game.
off the plate.
Hendricks having trouble finding the zone here.
Ball 4.
Oh,
And a walk to Jimbo.
Now batting.
So that'll bring up a tense Bailey Smith, who I'll remind you, 2 nights ago hit a triple. She was assisted by Tucker, but still hit a triple. This will not be a triple. Kelly is there.
that's a bad at bat from Bailey Smith. And now it's up to Rick Porter. If the ball players come out of this no runs, it's just it's devastating for the Wildcats.
Strike. Right.
Swing and a miss there. 1-2 count for Rick Porter. He only has 1 homer today. And this one is going to be popped up, grabbed by Kelly. The Wildcats load the bases. They get nothing. We head to the top of the 5th. Black, Barker, Tucker due up for the ball
Now
players.
batting the third baseman. Number 27.
Frustrating for the Wildcats, sir.
Let me pull up the Wildcats postseason history.
Low.
And I will do play-by-play. As that ball's hit line into the center field, it's getting away from Jimbo. Off the wall, it's going to be a single because, you know, Tiger Den.
Now batting
All right, I got it here. I got it here.
It is Toby Barker.
Hey, look at you. See, it's fun.
That was fun.
It was fun. You know you liked it. Oh, that sounded wrong. All right, here we go. Top of the fifth. This one is into center right. This one will get to the wall. Runner will head towards third. Porter makes the throw to the cutoff man. Or rather, makes it actually all the way to Whitney at second. So here is Nathan Tucker, 2 for 2 today with a home run and a double. Infield is in to try to prevent more runs. Oh, did I say center right? Right center. Whatever.
God.
2-2 count. That one's up the middle. Runner will come home. Another runner will come home. The throw by Jimbo is not in time. Runner advances to second. And it is now 8-3 ball players. And they're starting to put a little bit of some buffer here, Squared.
It's kind of getting out of control for the Wildcats. The ball players just playing much superior baseball, not really making that many mistakes, getting the hits that they need to, putting runners in scoring position. That one's hit pretty well on the left. That's gonna snagged by Island, but they're putting the runners in place, getting clutch hits, and it's not looking good for the Wildcats here as just the not good Hal Oldman decided to show up today.
The Wildcats have made it to at least the epic divisional round, except for season 3 in their entire history. As Chico Island, what a grab!
Was that the season they went 1-13?
That was the season they went 1-13. Every single season they have made it to at least the epic divisional round. They are at risk of losing out here in the wild card. The ball players have not made it past the wild card since season 1 when they got swept in the Super Series. This one's Copper. We head to the bottom of it. No, they got swept in the Super Series in season 1. They did not make postseason in season 2. They did not make postseason in season 3. And in the past 2 seasons, in 4 and 5, they lost in the wild card.
Is it 4 or 5 that they got blown the hell out in the elimination game?
4.
By the Wildcats.
Yeah, by the Wildcats in season 4. That was my first season. So they are potential since summer of 2019 was the last time that the ball players played in something besides the wild card game in the postseason. As that will do it for Hendricks. Adrian Walker will come in.
Move from the ball players, probably their best pitcher and their staff as a whole. Good move from them. Taking no chances even with the 5-run lead. They're trying to keep it there and allow their offense to keep on scoring because realistically it just looks like their offense is clicking as the Wildcats just sputtering.
So we've got 2 different trends, one of which will end tonight. Will the Wildcats not make the epic divisional for just the second time in their history and the first time since season 3? Or the ball players make it past the wild card round for the first time since season 1? Full count, 1 out to Whitney, runner at first. Into right, this is foul. Those are some crazy stats, though.
Yes, that's actually nuts with some of the teams that the ball players have put together. I mean, a lot of people had them to win that season 4 as well, but just fell apart at the end of the season.
Well, they sold their soul going into season 5 and then lost in the opening round to the Serpents. This one's flied into right. Tucker should be there, and looks like we're heading into the 6th. It's still a 5-run lead for the ball players. After they made all the acquisitions, sent off numerous first and second round picks. This is the team that is sold out to win a Super Series. And well, it's no Super Series, but getting to at least the Epic Divisional will be the most that this franchise has seen in 5 seasons.
The first baseman, number 23.
Here is Rick of the Stick. Up the middle, past the glove of Whitney. at short. One out single for Stick, and here is Terry Thunder.
Hitter, number 9.
No, outside. That's up.
This ball is hit well into center, but this time Bobby Jimbo waves and he actually is in a position to catch the ball. 2 gone.
Now batting.
Classic ridiculous Stick, another single. That'll do it for Bosch Peppers Jr. 4 hits, 2 earned runs in 2.1 innings. Abel Mars comes in. What do you think of BPJ's performance squared?
It was just so not. It's just ball players and lineups just clicking right now. Much better than Oldman at least, but just so. And Wildcats not able to score any runs really.
Walk issue to Black, and now here is Toby Barker. He's already doubled today.
Strike. Off the plate. That's up.
2-2 to Barker.
Strike 3.
And he gets rung up there. Mars finds the inside corner. To the bottom of the 6th, Fury, Sluggington, Bobby Jimbo do up for the Wildcats.
The second baseman.
You really love doing that, don't you?
It's one of my, there's, you know, this world is very complex and trying at times. It's important to find things that you love, and one thing that I love is saying Bobby Jimbo's name. Good old Bobbert. Oh, that
Over.
one just misses the top of the zone. This time, right down the middle. She rings him up there.
Now batting.
1 gone, and here is 2 walks Sluggington.
Number 25.
Outside. No.
So, Squared, if you are the Wildcats here, how do you get back into this game? Who do you have to rely on?
Strike.
You just gotta rely on the people who got you here. Whitney, Rick Porter, Emmett Fury. Like, you just gotta rely on your big guys to just anyone really just to get a hit, like something. You need like a spark to really just ignite this offense because the Wildcats' last couple innings have just been sputtering.
That's outside.
So, Sluggington advances on a single. Here is 0 for 1. Bobby Jimbo.
That's inside. Strike.
2-2 count. K-Man activated. Fouled off. We'll do it again. This one is into left center, and that one will get to the wall. Sluggington will advance to 3rd, and actually, Bobbert will stay at 1st. Good read from him, base running wise. And now here is a tense over to Bailey Smith with 1 out. Infield set up for a double play. Pandora, you need to be putting those in the name suggestions. Those are great.
Strike.
Just like Pasta just put there.
Off the plate.
2-2 count for Smith. The runner takes off for a second. The throw is in time. Strike him out, throw him out, and we'll head to the top of the 7th.
Now batting.
Squared, the Wildcats can't convert. Interestingly enough, here's what I'm going to say for Nathan Tucker here. He is technically at a double and a single and a home run. The game hasn't marked as 2 doubles, but for our purposes, if something spectacular were to happen, not going to say what it would be, but I think that we would mark that as a single and not a double. Into right. Caught by Porter for the 2nd out.
Now batting. The
Yeah, I don't blame the Wildcats for trying something. They're just trying to be aggressive and get runners in key and scoring position, but it's just nothing's going right for them tonight, and
Ball inside.
they're running out of time to put something together.
Well, at this rate, they've got 9 offensive outs to get 5 runs. Nice dive by Baldwin. Throw to first in time. As we head to the 7th inning stretch, I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the SSBL on Twitch for week 1, day 3. It's the final day of wild card action. I'm Feistic on the call, joined by A Squared. Make sure that you are following the official SSBL Twitch. Be sure to join us in the Discord for everything SSBL related. Find out the latest stats, scores, and find out everything that has happened in the league, as well as submit players for the Season 7 draft. You can find out more about how to boost and how to put those players into the pool at the link below. Ground out for Rig Porter, so here's Chico Island.
Hey, Wolfgamer just joined the Discord. Welcome, Wolfgamer.
Glad to see you there. Yeah, Pasta, I agree there. We'll keep it as a double because the game is kept as a double for consistency's sake, but we will change that if he does end up getting a hit that is more than 2 bases but less than a home run.
Rigged.
Full count to Baldwin. Doesn't have to stick out his foot there. Yes, 100%. Here is Whitney now with runners at first and second, 1 out. Well, we'll just see how. Is this one? Nice grab by Homer, runs! Infield's lit it up. We'll see how Pandora scores it, because Whitney always just goes off of what Pandora does. So Pandora, if you make a note of it that it's just a single, then that'll be fine. Because that's what Whitney bases off the stats off of, is what he does. As this one is into shallow right, runner will head home. The throw will not be in time, so the Wildcats have gotten back 1. Here's 0 for 3 Emmett Fury with runners at first and second, 2 gone.
It's a start for the Wildcats, but more has to be coming. It's a good momentum kicker.
Wolfgamer, it's not jinxing, it's destiny. 0-2 count. This one right to home run, so to first in time. So more base runners left on there. I think, as you said yesterday, need to start a village for all of them. But we head to the top of the 8th, the 4-run game now, and here is Murph Kelly.
Also, you need to put back all the fans into the stands.
I don't have the GPU to do that.
My friend.
Yes?
Nothing.
This one's into left, and that one will drop just in front of Chico Island. Turn shadows off or lower, then that'll probably help. Yeah, we can do that. Here's what I will say. Whenever I boot up my computer, ever since it got bricked out and I had to reinstall Windows onto it, I had to completely reset everything. This one is up the middle for Shelton. Whereas on first and second, nobody out here in the top of the 8th. When I first start up, I log into Windows and then it's just a black screen, and no matter what I do, even if I do Control-Shift-Windows B, it just beeps and it doesn't refresh it. It's a nice grab by Whitney there for the first out, and then I have to restart my computer. And then once I do that, it's fine.
You gotta turn that RTX on, brother.
I don't know if I have RTX. It's a GTX 1060, right? So I don't think it has RTX capability.
Oh, God, no, you don't. You don't get those God rays.
He gets rung up there.
Fooled. Absolutely fooled. Bamboozled. Flim-flammed.
Okay. 2 outs, runners on first and second. This one's right to Whitney, throw to first in time. Led to the bottom of the 8th. Wildcats are down by 4. Their postseason is on the line. Sluggington, Jimbo, Smith due up for the Wildcats.
The first baseman, number 25.
Popped up. Kelly makes the grab. 1 gone. Bobby Jimbo up next. Homer runs in time, and so Wildcats are swinging at the first pitches they're seeing right now. Squared.
Yeah, they're not waiting for their pitch. They're just going after it, which isn't terrible, but they're not waiting for their pitch. They're just putting it out there and just not probably taking the best quality pitches.
Tense. 0 for 3 Bailey Smith with a 2-2 count here. Swing and a miss. She gets rung up. And we're headed into the 9th inning. The ball players are so close to making it past the wild card for the first time since season 1. This ball is hit into the gap at the left center, tracking back at the track at the wall. It's out of here. Toby Barker. Not a good boy for Aggie, but is a good hitter for the ball players as their lead extends to 5.
Number 40.
Yeah, that one just a missile into left center, just gets over the wall. Bad thing about Tiger Den there. And looks like the wheels are coming off a little bit for the Wildcats here.
So Tucker aboard with a single. Now bringing a 10-0 for Curly Shipwright. Posse even scored at Barker. This one is hit well into right, tracking back at the track, off of the wall, off of Rick Porter's shoulder. Runner stays at third. They try to get Shipwright at first. They do not.
Second baseman.
So runners on the corners, nobody out, and that will do it for Mars. 5 hits, an earned run, walk, 2 strikeouts. But he is the one credited for the runners at first and third, or rather the one responsible.
That's inside.
Danny Minshew now comes in.
Outside. Ball 4. Take your base.
And immediately walks home a run, so the bases are loaded, nobody out, and squared. Murph Kelly could put this game out of hand with one swing here.
Yes, he can, and propel the ball players to their first division series appearance since season 1.
That one is up the middle. 1 run will score. Runner will stay at third. It's now a 6-run lead, and actually squared. It'll actually be their first ever divisional appearance because their first season there were no conferences. Shelton pops up. Sluggington makes the catch. So they entered in at the semifinals, is what it was called at the time in season 1.
Number 23. Strike.
Here is Rick Taylor stick. Bases loaded. 1 out here in the top of the 9th. That one's up the middle. Horrible dive by Fury. Runner will come home. Jimbo will make the throw to third. And the ball players, well, it's not over yet, but I can hear a lady singing somewhere, and I think it's Fat Hugh's mom.
That was uncalled for.
Batting, the third baseman. Number 27.
How dare you talk about his mom?
He's out of the postseason. He doesn't matter to me. This one's up the middle, and the bad times keep on rolling for the Wildcats. Runner to third is safe, and the lead is now 9. Toby Barker. Well, the Wildcats may be getting a taste of their own medicine after they were the ones who absolutely blasted the ball players out of the wild card in season 4. And what I believe was a 25-4 game. Rustin Baldwin threw to first in time. They are now just 3 outs away, the ball players are, from advancing past the wild card.
Now batting, the right fielder. Number 3.
Rick Porter immediately up the middle. And this game isn't over yet. It would, in fact, be the largest comeback in 1 inning in SSBL history. Yes, if you flash, actually, crazily enough, squared, if you flash back, as this is into left center, caught by Barker for the first out, to exactly 2 seasons ago, playoffs week 1, day 3. The Wildcats won 24-1 to clinch the sweep over the ball players. Flash forward exactly to the day, 2 seasons to playoffs week 1, day 3 in season 6. And the ball players, with Quash Ward coming in, have a 9-run lead in a game that could give them some redemption and this time have them advancing into the wild card. How
We are in the wild
crazy
card.
is that? Does this
It-
count as a stomp? It's
Yes.
getting pretty close. Yeah.
Yes, it's 9 runs.
Ball inside.
It was close for a while, but just the ball players have everything going their way. Wildcats have had some unlucky plays go on their side, and it's just the ball players, barring a miracle, look to be heading on. The Wildcats season will end here.
Nope, high.
Full count to Whitney.
Strike
Swing and a miss. He gets rung up there.
Now back.
This is how the world ends. This is how the world ends. This is how the world ends with not a bang, but a whimper.
Ball inside.
2-0 count to Allen Hiker.
Strike.
In the zone, 2-1.
That's inside.
Just misses. 3-1 count to Allen Hiker. Fouled off. Full count. 2 outs. Runners at first and second.
Ball four.
And earns the walk.
Now batting. The
How crazy would it have been?
baseman, number 31.
How
How
crazy
crazy
would-
would it? How
cra-
crazy would it be if they came back? How crazy?
Well, it'll have to start with 0-4 Emmett Fury. This ball is hit well into right, tracking back at the track, at the wall, off of the top of the wall. It'll be a bases clearing double for Emmett Fury. So the Wildcats get back 3,
The first baseman.
still down by 6.
That's up. Ball low.
A 3 RBI double for Fury.
Strike.
Maybe too little, too late for the Wildcats. Yep.
Too little, too late. For the first time since season 1, the ball players will be playing in a postseason game past the wild card. And for just the second time in the Wildcats' history, they will not be advancing to the Epic Divisional. Squared, your thoughts on this game?
Just a tale of two different offenses for me today. Just ball players' offense showed up today. Lineup was very good. Had 19 hits on there. It's not like the Wildcats didn't have opportunities. I mean, we go back to that bases loaded 1 out opportunity, and they popped up back-to-back at bats. Nathan Tucker, hell of a series for him. 4 for 5 with a home run and 4 RBIs. De La Stick, 3 RBIs, 3 hits, probably all singles. And homer runs, also 2 for 4 on his side with a home run. Just the ball players, timely hitting, did well. The pitching wasn't bad. Hendricks did her job, 4 innings, 3 runs. Walker did well, 4 innings in a third, and Quash Ward came in to seal it. And Hal Oldman, just the nightmare season for him gets worse. Not himself all season. Hit 3 innings, 6 runs. The bullpen tried to hold, but did not come through. And unfortunately for the Wildcats, this is where their season will end. The ball players get their revenge.
Nathan Tucker will be your MVP, and honestly in contention for MVP of the series. Homer runs, talk about a resurgent second half of the season, comes in clutch here, and then Toby Barker. Well, do want to wish Aggie, honestly, not the season that you would have liked to have, but was able to make it into the postseason. 4 out of the 5 seasons that the Wildcats have been a franchise, they have made it to the postseason. So that streak does continue. Sad to see you go, Aggie, but congrats on the season that you do have. And huge congrats to Maniac, as the ball players will now advance to face the High Rollers, the number 2 seed.
As
And
Whitney pointed out, nobody has won a home game in the Epic playoffs.
That is crazy. So we'll have to see the continuation of that next week. As after this one, we're heading to our final game of the night. Will we see our second 6th seed shock a 3rd seed in game 3? It's Lumberjacks at Knights coming up. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the SSBL right here on Twitch. I hate to cut it off right before the drop, but it is time for our final game 3 of the day. 3 of our 4 wildcard series heading to a ultimate game on Wednesday. Will we see a number 6 seed upset a number 3 seed? Shaz Leathers is back from injury for the Knights. This ball is jacked, heading deep to the track, to the wall. It's out of here. Speedy Gonzalez starting out with the fireworks squared.
Yeah, that's how you start a game for the Lumberjacks. Right off the bat, Speedy Gonzalez goes to right off toe jam, and the Lumberjacks quickly up 1, showing they mean business.
Next pitch swung on Gibbon there, throw the first in time. So we do have Ben Toe Jam, who goes from tense to normal again. What can you tell me about Ben Toe Jam squared?
Yes, Pen Toe Jam. Ben Toe Jam, 3 1/3, 10 hits, 5 runs, 18 walks, 13 strikeouts on his way to a 3.37 ERA. So not too bad for him this season. Has had a couple short starts this season, but he's done pretty well. So
Buck ball now, 2 gone. Fouled up. Vinny Bates makes the grab. So Gonzalez starts things off hot. 1, 2, 3 after that led to the bottom of the first. And we'll get our first look as DDC said it in his team chat. Big game stance. What can you tell me about Gina's stance squared?
Gina's stance on the season, 4 1/3, 15 hits, 9 runs, 7 walks, 6 strikeouts, 5.565 ERA. Hasn't, again, a lot of short starts. Allows hitters to make a very contact-heavy pitcher with only 7 walks and 6 strikeouts. So we'll see how the contact does against these big, powerful Knights hitters.
Here is Shaz Leathers back in the lineup after getting injured. And I believe it was Tuesday that he got injured, and it was a 1-week injury as he gets rung up there. Takes back the place of July Newton, and then Spray Lobster getting back sent down into the minors, even though they're not in season.
We can say the taxi squad.
The taxi squad?
Yeah, that's what they call them in the playoffs. Like, the teams are allowed to bring, like, in case of injury, they bring like 5 players as a taxi squad that are there at the stadium.
I have never heard that. I'll be full front. I don't usually watch postseason baseball, as this is rung up there, Levi Booth. I usually only watch if my team is in it.
Yeah, they designate like 5 players as like a taxi squad, and they're in the dugout. They're just not eligible unless an injury happens.
Oh wow,
then
they're in the dugout too. I would assume that they would have like players that they can call up. Go to first in time, just in time to get the speedy Archie Conrad. Here's Phil Barco Jr. It's like I'll watch the Rays when they're playing in the regular season and in the postseason. I'll watch the Lightning when they're playing in the regular season and postseason. Pretty much football is the only one where I'll watch games where my team is not in.
Yeah, whatchamacallit, the taxi squad's a relatively newer thing. They do it for double headers as well.
He gets rung up there. Here comes Shelby Callens.
It's just to prevent, like, if someone gets hurt, they're not down a man for, like, the next game.
Well, it's like the Rays. They used to have their single A affiliate in Charlotte, which is like 2 hours south, but now their next closest and highest up is their AAA in Durham. So it makes sense to have that squad there. As this is into left, Callens is aboard with a single.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Yeah, but in terms of sports, baseball, I usually just watch my team. Basketball, don't really watch too much except playoffs. But football, I'll watch it all day. I don't even care if my team's playing. I'll watch it all day.
NFL Red Zone is one of my favorite things on the planet.
Absolutely amazing.
I love
and
it
it's only
so
because
much.
I play fantasy football.
I love it even besides fantasy football, but it is helpful for that. As Gibbon throws to first in time. So relatively quiet inning in the top of the second. We'll head to the bottom. Angeles, Gibbon, Bates due up for the Knights.
Now
Wolfgang was saying college basketball over NBA. That is what I
only
will
watch
say.
I only watch college basketball over March Madness. That's it.
Yeah, I will watch March Madness, of course. I'm not a big basketball person, but I will watch the March Madness tournament every year. And of course, like my alma mater is in Division II. I'll watch like them play occasionally, but not the sport I really grew up with.
Of course, Whitney. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm going to win.
Into
Let's go to
second in
second. Oh.
time. Sit down.
So Lumberjacks, good job of keeping the Knights off the base path so far.
Yo, I might need a new fantasy football league home because the one I've been a part of might not be happening next season.
$10 buy-in.
This one is jacked deep, back to the track, to the wall. It's out of here. Vinny Bates, a line drive. The fire pyrotechnics are allowed here at Swagger Center. As we're tied up at 1, and here is Rockback.
A missile in the center from Vinny Bates, the 6th hitter in the lineup, was batting 9th for a little bit, but a long-time Knight hitting one into center field, and now this game's all tied up. Also, if we do fantasy football, I recommend we do $5 or $10 buy-in.
Popped up.
Sorry, I'm a degenerate gambler when it comes to fantasy football.
Maybe we shouldn't do a buy-in. Heading to the top of the 3rd now. Strangelove, top of the order. Due up for the Lumberjacks. And Squared, we've seen this so far to the start of these games. For the first 4 or 5 innings, the games are relatively close. And
yeah,
then,
it's when you get to their bullpens. Both teams not having the great bullpens has been, as we've said, all series. And it's just, once you get to the bullpens, it does get hairy for both teams.
Jose Strangelove singles into right.
Also, if you play fantasy football, it's going to be PPR.
You gotta do half PPR.
Fine.
Half PPR is where it's at, because you gotta give points of receptions. As this one, not gonna be a Dragon special, as Strangelove was running there.
Interesting by Rockback to go to first instead of trying for second. I think he might have been able to get Strangelove at second.
Well, they're going to get the out at first again as Brainstorm grounds out. So now the go-ahead run 90 feet away. Here is Tank Tygo. Left side, Kenya Weiss throw to first in time. So Strangelove does the hard work of getting a leadoff single, but is not appreciated. We head to the bottom of the 3rd. Weiss Sacred, top of the order, due up.
Use standard. What do you mean, Whitney?
Again, that's why it's got to be half PPR, because half PPR, you got to give receivers points for earning receptions. Like, how else are they going to get points just off of yardage? Like, you don't have the same substantial yardage from there. But also, receptions can get pretty tricky in terms of how many they can get in a game. So half PPR is the perfect compromise. 4-pitch walk issued there. And we'll bring up Alex Hatman now.
Oh, that fantasy will definitely be happening. Disgusting, Whitney. No respect for the PPR. No respect for players like Austin Eckler, who also catches.
Well, Whitney, yards is, yes, how you can measure wide receivers, but the issue is that they don't get as consistent yardage as running backs do. Which is how the PPR, the half PPR comes in. It adds a little bit of stability to the position. Runners on first and second, and here is Shaz Leathers once again back from injury and is going to be 0 for 2 and is going to hit into a Dragon special. Great work by the Jacks defense there. We head to the top of the 4th, still tied at 1. Ball, Conrad Barco Jr. due up.
The left fielder, number 34.
Okay, that never happens, dude.
Right, and in a half PPR league, he'd only get 6.5. But also, playmaking is being able to get open and get receptions. Ball grounds out there. Here is Archie Conrad.
Number 4. That's inside. That's up.
Right to rock back, throw to first. in time. 2 gone. So we're through 3.2 innings pitched now for Ben Toe Jam. Pitch count at 43. What are you thinking about his performance so far, Squared?
Aside from the first batter of the game, he's done pretty well. He's gotten a little bit of danger, but he's worked himself out of it. A healthy pitch count at 46 pitches through 4. For the Knights to be successful, they need Toe Jam to go pretty well because you don't want to dip in that bullpen. Aside from Smalls, that's going to be a double for Barco Jr. But aside from Smalls, you want to save Smalls as much as possible. Hopefully by the end of the game, So if Toe Jam can go 7 or 6, even, that would be great.
Once again, the Lumberjacks have a runner in scoring position. This time it's Barco Jr. with Callens locked in at the plate. 2-1 count. Fouled off, left side. That'll drop down. 2-2. Fouled off. We'll do it again. And G gets rung up there. Goes back to neutral mojo. Heads to the bottom of the 4th. Booth, Angeles, Gibbon due up for the Knights. So a little bit of history for you, Squared. I'll learn you during you a little bit here. The Lumberjacks, granted, this stat is skewed because they have only been around for 3 seasons, but they won it in season 4 and they made it to the Heroic Conference Finals last season, as this is up the middle, leadoff single. So if they were to lose today, it would be the first time that they have not made it to the Heroic Conference Finals in their history.
Yeah, 2 successful seasons for them. Obviously, first season winning the championship, second season, nobody really thought that they would be there, but again, making it to the finals. But here, kind of a similar season, I feel like, to last season. It was very grindy for them. Nothing came easy, but they were able to find a way into the playoffs and trying to keep that streak alive here.
As she gets swung up there. 1 gone. Here's Andy Gibbon. Thanks, Hulkman. We're having a wonderful stream. It's wild card postseason. What's not to love? Love this time of the year for the league. I love that the Dragons are actually in it this time and didn't choke or getting into it. But regardless, it's always been my favorite time in the league. Love getting to the penultimate time. We spent all these months preparing these teams, and to see the managers get excited and to see the stories like last season, of course, with Puppet as a first-time manager making it to the Super Series and only getting 2 games away from getting a Super Series as well. It's always great to see that in the league. That is a single to the left side. So runners on first and second for home run hitter Vinny Bates. Square jarring me for the Dragons comment. I don't envision the Dragons making it out of next round because they have to face the Vikings. As this one is into the center. Nice grab there by Speedy Gonzalez, but makes the throw to second and still third instead of third.
Actually, probably saves a run off that. What an effort from Speedy. Probably saves a run off that.
Makes the wrong throw in, but as you're saying, prevents the runner at third from going home. Knights still score 1, so they take a 1-run lead. Runners on the corners, 1 out. Full count. And that misses. Low. Bases loaded, 1 out for Kenya Weiss now.
Number 20.
Stands up to 64 pitches now.
Some dangerous for the Knights.
Brainstorm, second in time, throw to first. In time, they turn the Dragon special, and they only allow 1. We get to the top of the 5th. Paula Reed, Jose Strangelove, Speedy Gonzalez due up for the Jacks.
And Speedy saving a run. That might come into play later as they were able to hold the Knights just to 1 run that inning.
Paula Reed grounds out to Ben Toe Jam. And he is now locked in. Here is Jose Strangelove.
Yeah, Toe Jam doing pretty well since that first inning. It's the kind of story the Knights were looking for from their ace.
3-1 count. Finds the zone there, full count. Swing as he got rung up there.
The way he's pitching as well, he's attacking these hitters instead of trying to dance around them. Like that sequence, he attacked Strangelove with 2 balls in the middle of the plate.
Ball inside.
Well, the Knights have made the postseason every single season. This one is jacked deep to the track, to the wall. It's out of here. Gonzalez, second time tonight, second time to right. And the Jacks have tied it up at 2 tonight.
Now batting.
Speedy Gonzalez, the former MVP, taking him deep again. Realistically, the only hitter able to figure him out tonight. As Speedy pretty much got inside. It was an inside pitch, kind of squared up on that one and was able to send it to right.
Grounded out, well, into the bottom of the 5th. So the Knights have made postseason every single season. They came into the SSBL in season 2, where they won it in their first year. Made it to the conference finals the following season. Left in the divisional the following. Last season exiting in the wild card. And this season, they didn't continue the downward trend. They did make a postseason as the wild card. So not as much history on the line for them.
The center fielder, number 20.
However, they are old, as many of the Heroic Legends teams are.
Yeah, it's funny to see how like a lot of the Heroic conference is significantly older than the Epic. I mean, yes, the Heroic do have teams like the Gauchos and the Moonshots who are still relatively young. And, you know, the Vikings are half and half. But the Epic, you know, you have teams like the Bombers who are about half and half. The Wildcats are still on the younger side. That's going to be a single to the left. Unicorns are very young. Serpents are actually pretty young as well. Stingers coming up. They're gonna have a young roster. No player in the roster under or older than season 4. So
Brainstorm, Barco Jr. throw to first in time. Well, they waste Chaz Leather's first hit back from injury. We get to the top of the 6th, still tied at 2. Tygo, Ball, Conrad due up.
The designated hitter, number 10.
And, you know, an interesting fact squared is that in season 1, of course, no conferences. So far, it's been Heroic Epic, with the Skulls winning last season. So this year's Super Series, as he gets hung up there, will determine which conference will take the lead in terms of Super Series wins.
That's inside.
the Heroic up 3-2.
No, because there was no conferences
No conferences. Yes.
in season 1.
I was like thinking of the wrong fielders.
Whitney saying 3 double plays for the Knights offense. I think so. They've hit into a lot of them today. That will do it for Toe Jam. 5 hits, 2 earned runs, and a walk. Bringing in Dante Smalls. What do you think about this, Squared?
That's an early hook for Toe Jam. I think he still had a couple batters left in him. Going to Smalls early, I don't know if that's the move.
Well, they're going to get a Dragon special here. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. Angeles Gibbon Bates due up.
We'll have to keep an eye on that because I do think Toe Jam still had a couple batters in it. I get it. It is an elimination game. And Smalls has been hot of late. But I don't know. I still think Toe Jam has some life still in him.
Strangelove. 2 first in time for the first out.
I hate how he throws from the left. I hate how he's a lefty.
Pasta predicting that Smalls will get shelled. Meanwhile, Stan's still in, her 80th pitch of the game here. 3-0 count.
Take your base.
And that one just misses the bottom of the zone. Second time she's missed the bottom of the zone today. And now here is 2 for 2, Vinny Bates, and Stan stays in.
We'll move to let Stans pitch against Bates again, who has had her number all night. Is all the Knights' offense, and here again with the runner on scoring position. Or not a runner in scoring position, but a runner on.
Finally finds the zone. Runner takes out for second. The throw by Callens is low in the dirt, not in time.
So now you have a runner in scoring position.
Finds his own full count to Vinny Bates,
A
who is
favorable
locked
call from
in.
the umpire.
Through the right side, that gets through. Runner will head home. The throw by Archie Conrad is not in time. He is tense. If he isn't, maybe that makes it all the way. But the Knights have taken the lead, and that will do it for Stance. Bug Dates will come in.
And just Bates just absolutely seeing the ball well. Slider outside, and he moves out, like he takes it the other way. He doesn't try to pull it. He goes with it, takes it into the right side of the infield, and finds a hole and able to. Now he has all 3 RBIs.
He gets rung up there. Now I'll bring up Kenya Weist over to today. Yes, Gamer, there are a limit of 2. If you look at the submissions doc, as Warren takes that for a second, the throw is not in time. You can see there's a limit of 2 that you can submit. And also has more information about boosting players and so on and so forth. Full count, 2 outs to Kenya Weist. Swings at it, brainstorm, throw to first in time. So we'll head to the top of the 7th. The Knights now have a 1-run lead, trying to not be the second 3 seed to get knocked out today.
Number 8.
But if this is the same Dante Smalls that we saw yesterday squared, the Lumberjacks are going to be in for a little bit of conflict if they want to get back into this one.
Yeah, lately, down the stretch, he's been really excellent for the Knights, is what they traded for, as he gets Sparka looking. And the Knights, I mean, you have to feel pretty good. You're up by 1. I mean, you obviously want more runs, but you have arguably your best pitcher on the roster, on the mound, as of late. Not as the season as a whole, but as of late.
He rings them up there. 2 straight strikeouts for Smalls.
Number 5.
That'll bring out Paula Reed. Smalls is locked in. And she gets rung up there. 3 strikeouts for Dante Smalls in the 7th. We head to the 7th inning stretch. Want to thank everybody for tuning in to the SSBL on Twitch. I am Faisal on the call, joined by my buddy Squared. Make sure that you are following the official SSBL Twitch. Join us in the Discord for everything SSBL related. Get the latest score stats as this ball is jacked, heading deep back to the track, to the wall. It's out of here. Dave Sacred, 457 to center. And the Knights go up by 2. Also, make sure that you submit players for the Season 7 draft. You can find out more at the link below.
Yeah, and, you know...
This ball is hit well into left, tracking back at the track. Off of the wall, it'll be a double for Alex Hatman, and they're finding a way through Bug Dates right now.
Yes, it's just the bullpen. I'm sure fans are not happy that Wasaw dude is not in, but just Lumberjacks just not. The bullpen is just not where it's at.
They catch Hatman stealing, and wow, Jose Strangelove is actually able to close in on Hatman there pretty quickly.
I'm sure the Lumberjack manager will get fired out of a cannon if they end up losing here.
That's a walk issued to Leathers. Large march. The game's not over yet. It's only a 2-run lead, although it certainly is looking dire for the Jacks, as the Knights are looking to get the reverse sweep here. Right. 1-2 count to Booth. This is inside. And he gets rung up there. Booth, not a great at-bat for him. Here comes Haley Angeles now, who is tense 0 for 2 with a walk. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. If the Knights hold on here, they will face the Moonshots in the divisional round. That series kicks off next Monday. And I believe since the Bombers won It'll for sure be myself and Squared on Monday and Tuesday. As Runner takes off for a second, this ball is hit deep, tracking back at the track, at the wall. It's out of here. 408 feet and Squared. The Knights are calling up the moonshots right now because they want to head to Big Sky Ballpark.
Yeah, just the wheels fell off. Here comes the Wausau, dude, but maybe too little, too late. As it, I don't.
This
oh
ball is jagged, heading deep to the track. This time it will not make it past the wall. Gonzalez makes the catch. 3-run score for the Knights. We head to the top of the 8th. Strangelove and then top of the order due up for the Jacks.
Yeah, but also the outside of Speedy Gonzalez, the Lumberjack offense has had 3 hits. It's not here tonight. And the last 2 games, really, it's been the pitching of the Knights that's been winning them. Lumberjacks is just 3 hits besides this man right here, who's only had all their offense. And with Dante Smalls locked in on the mound, the way he's pitching, I do not see them making a comeback.
As he gets rung up there, brings out Denver Brainstorm. The Jacks are down to 4 outs to get 4 runs. Smalls, 2.1 innings pitched, has struck out 4 of the 7 batters that he's gotten outs on. And a walk issued there. I believe that's the first base runner allowed by Smalls. So now here is Tank Tygo. This ball is hit well into center, but it's got a parabola on it, and Hatman will make the catch. Man, that close from becoming a 2-run game. Instead, we'll head to the bottom of the 8th. Bates back and Weiss due up for the Knights.
Now batting, the catcher, number 13.
Yeah, Bates just absolutely taking over this game tonight. Really kept the Knights going, and then Sacred and Angeles with home runs of their own as well. Bates has had a really good at-bats tonight. Okay.
2-2 count for him.
That's inside.
Full count. Swing low, Sweet Chariot coming forth to pitch another full count ball. And gets the walk here.
And another good at bat from Bates. He fought, just seen the ball well tonight. He's been on every he's been on that on base every at bat. So kudos to Bates tonight.
The Knights are looking to make it past the wild card for the first time since season 4. After a 1-year hiatus, or a 1-season hiatus rather. This one is through the gap. Speedy Gonzalez. Oh, does not make the right run on it this time. And well, there goes the run that he saved. As it's now 7-2 Knights.
Yeah, it takes a bad angle on that one. I think if he kept running left, he might have been able to get it. But it takes a bad angle and Bates scores easily.
Well, this game looking more like our second game of the day more than our first. The Knights were able to pull away.
Yeah, Lumberjacks pitching kept them really into it. You can't blame Gina Stans here. She kept them really into it. Just the offense. Anemic, not here. Not able to get started. Besides Speedy Gonzalez, no help.
Runner at second, 1 out here is Dave Sacred. Already has a homer today.
So it doesn't help Toe Jam and Smalls on top of their games for game 3.
To the right side, Paula Reed steps in the bag, 2 gone. And so if this were to hold out here, the Lumberjacks would not make the Heroic Conference Finals for the first time in their franchise history. Have made the postseason in all 3 seasons that they've been in the league, but squared some questions about the team going forward with only 1 draft pick in the next 2 drafts. And some oldies. They do have some recruits, but this team has got some questions going forward.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what they do. The Metros do not have a lot of draft picks down there or young players down there. Their team is not terribly old, but the minor system is very thin. at the moment. So it'll be interesting to see what Hummus and DDC, very capable managers, I'm sure they'll make the right decision for their franchise. But it'll be interesting to see what lies in store for them in this offseason with one draft pick coming up.
There are compensatory picks, and so this one, Phil Barker Jr. throw the first in time. We'll head to the top of the 9th. Lumberjacks need 5 and 3 outs. So I believe the requirement is at least 3 seasons with the team. So if the Lumberjacks have a player who was season 1 who started with them, like so as in like they made trades and before the season started and had them with them, they would be able to retire that person, but
where is the document to see who's eligible to be retired?
As he gets rung up there, look up. I know Josh posted it somewhere in the league. So they might have some options there to get at least 1 or 2. No Hummus redeeming +4 to a created player. Swing and a miss. He gets rung up there. Starkey is eligible. So they do have at least 1. Lumberjacks down to their last out. Dante Smalls locked in. 1 base runner, 6 strikeouts. This one up the middle. That one gets through. First hit given up by Dante Smalls. But the Jacks are down to their last breath. Here is Shelby Callens.
That's down. Ball inside. Outside. Strike.
3-1 count to Callens, and Callens is walked. So a strikeout, or rather a walk,
First baseman.
a hit and a walk given up by Dante Smalls. Still locked in. Here is 0 for 3 Paula Reed, who is tense. Right side, that's foul. That would have been the end of the game there, end of the season. Right side, that one gets past the glove of Shaz Leathers. Runner is coming home. The throw by Levi Booth is not in time. So, little interesting here. Runners on the corners, or rather runners at first and second. Still a 4-run game. Here is Jose Strangelove, RBI dud. Dante Smalls no longer locked in. This one is popped up. Shallow right field. In comes Shaz Leathers, and the Knights will head to the divisional round to take on the Moonshots. That'll do it for the Lumberjack season. They take game 1 of the series, but are not able to hold back a potent Knights offense. Squared, your thoughts not only on this, but also your thoughts on Wild Card Week.
The biggest surprise for me is the ball players taking out the Wildcats. I really thought the Wildcats would go deep, but unfortunately the ball players, they were the better team in that series. With the Knights and Lumberjacks, the Lumberjacks ran into a tree they could not chop. And they played well. They played well all season. They were grinding all season. They made it to the playoffs, but just the offense did not show up tonight. Knights pitching outdueled the Lumberjacks pitching this series. So kudos to them. Very important offseason coming up. Be interested to see what they will do. So GG to Hummus and DDC, both very, very good managers, very capable managers. And we'll see what they do. And we're going to have some great matchups next week.
Vinny Bates, your player of the game, followed by Speedy Gonzalez and then Haley Angeles. So huge shout out to DDC and No Hummus on a season in which, again, the expectations all-time low for the Lumberjacks, and they find a way to make it to the postseason. Unfortunately, came up against one of the toughest teams they could have faced in the first round. They did get the first win with a shocking win, but not able to get it through. But was interesting to see what they do in the offseason. Of course, huge congrats to Dan advancing to the next round to face Pandora and the Moonshots. Pasta redeeming +4 to a created player. Well, that will do it for Wild Card Week. The Dragons sweep the Overcast and they'll face the Vikings. The Bombers complete the 3-game series over the Cyclones. They hold on with sweaty palms today. The ball players complete a huge, shocking entrance in the opening round. They will go on to face the High Rollers next week. And then the Lumberjacks here, not able to hold on. The Knights come back, get the reverse sweep. They will head to face the Moonshots. All that action will kick off on Monday. And I think as of right now, Monday and Tuesday for sure will be me. Of course, I'll be casting all postseason games. I believe Squared is joining for at least Monday, Tuesday. We'll see about Wednesday. Depends on how the Bombers do, if they get swept or if they sweep. Because if not, we will not be having Whitney on the call. But that will most likely be 7:30 p.m. start time next week. Huge shout out to everyone who makes this league successful. For everyone here at the SSBL, it's been Squared and FiSack on the call. Until next time, keep on rigging, everybody.